So hello there. I see you've come back to join me again for another dose of this. So let's talk today about sonic weapons again. You didn't really think that the program ended in 1980 with the eruption of Mount St. Helens, did you? Because we all know that if the government has a working prototype, they're not giving it up. So, in 2015, in a state park in Rhode Island, Salty Brine State Park, if that makes any difference, there were a bunch of vacationers that were having a good old day at the beach until the beach suddenly exploded underneath them for no reason. One was injured. Multiple people were thrown distances by the explosion of this beach. Now, it just so happens that there's one person in the entire United States who could come up with a working theory for why this happened, and the Rhode Island government just happened to hire that one person who within 3 days said that the beach explosion was due to a corroded wire buried 3 feet down, releasing hydrogen ions that exploded for reasons unknown. Yeah, right. That's cover-up right there. I mean, what is the likelihood that the one person in the entire United States, out of 360 million people, that one person was in Rhode Island? I mean, really? So what really happened? Well, for that you need to know about a man named Lou Kensington. Lou was one of the researchers who began his career working on the sonic weapons program in the early 1980s. And this is the program that gave us the wonderful LRADs that the police have been using with such effectiveness against BLM protesters. This is the person who helped design, so did my daddy, the machines that are deafening citizens who are exercising their First Amendment right to peaceful protest. Yay us. Now what Lou has apparently done, and I don't have proof of this, but it has been given to me as information that I could verify as fact, is when the program got decommissioned in favor of Reagan's Star Wars program in the early 1980s, he took a lot of information home with him. And using that information, he continued working on and refining the weaponry that had already been developed. Now keep in mind, this is the same class of weaponry that also gives us things like railguns for the Navy ships, fun little things like that. Lou, in some way, developed a personal, handheld, sonic weapon that is powerful enough to explode the sand at the beach. And yes, he tested it out on July 11th of 2015 in Rhode Island. I don't think he expected the results that he got. I don't think anyone would have expected those results from something handheld and eminently portable. So what has become of this weapon? Well, the Chinese government in 2019 announced that they now have a portable handheld sonic weapon of great effectiveness. And they have been threatening to use it against the human rights protesters in Hong Kong. If this weapon is Lou's, which is possible because Lou's parents are of Chinese origin and therefore there's a connection there, but if this weapon is Lou's, then the Chinese government is in the process of manufacturing a small, easily hidden, easily maneuvered weapon that it will deploy against its citizens and possibly deploy in any future military actions. Now keep in mind, this is the same man who was working on the device that set off Mount St. Helens and was designed to turn a battlefield into quicksand. We also have a maniac in the White House who is pushing for open warfare with China. What is going to happen to our troops if they go up against a country where they have personal weaponry that can shatter your liver, destroy your hearing, drop you to your knees, and turn the ground underneath you to water? It does not look good, kids. And don't think that we have any sort of nuclear superiority, because China bought up most of the Soviet Union nuclear weaponry when the Soviet Union disbanded in the 90s. In the 80s. A large number of the Soviet nuclear weapon arsenal went directly into Chinese warehouses and have been sitting there ever since. So there's your dose of happy thought for the day. I do encourage you to look up not only the Salty Brine explosion, but the cover-up that the state government did to hide what the real cause of it was. It's a fascinating read that the one professor who could do the test to determine that yes, there was a hydrogen buildup underneath the sand was there, and has confidently stated that, oh yes, it happened once, but that means it will never happen again. What's the probability of that? Well, that depends on how far Lou got with his handy little sonic gun, now doesn't it? So, y'all have a good day. I will talk to you later.